what's in the store over here. Got a new thing, meat grinder. What the pistol made of skeleton pieces? See through the defenses with the Karn Evil pistol. I mean, this thing looks ridiculous. You got this cool little vehicle right here. It's like they want people to be able to fight at like medium range with this thing. I would say really long range, but I mean, I guess you could try it. I wonder what it looks like with the other camos on it. They haven't really made weapons that look like this, so I'm curious. What does this look like? Oh, man. I mean, this doesn't look as bad, I guess. I mean, Damascus is struggling, man. It is so hard to get this camo to look good on anything. And then, obviously, I mean, we have Obsidian, but even when you take the stock off of it, I mean, what else do we have here? Oh, man, it still looks like a mess. What the fuck? Doesn't change the pistol scope, even though the other ones change. I've just been using, like, these darker vehicle ones, and then we got this one, the maniacal one. This one looks pretty cool, honestly. I mean, I'll run it, whatever. But here's the thing. Don't think it's been fixed yet, but it was a bug that was going around on Warzone the past, I think, 2 days now? Day and a half? Huge exploit slash bug in the game. You would be able to actually take a vehicle somewhere. I don't know if it's any vehicle, each and every single vehicle, or just a particular vehicle. I'm not entirely sure, but you would be able to go to a certain spot on the map with a vehicle and put the vehicle in that particular area. And somehow, some way, that causes every single person in the lobby to just disconnect. Now, I don't know if the person that does it themselves, when everybody DCs from the lobby, do they automatically win, or do they get disconnected themselves? I don't know. Obviously, it's still an exploit either way, but I mean, if you get like a free win just because you took a car and drove it to a spot on the map, yeah, that's pretty exploity. So, with that said, they ended up removing all of the vehicles from Warzone, and people have been struggling the past few days. They're like, man, you can't play Warzone without vehicles, man. You know what you can't play in Warzone without vehicles? Solos. Warzone solos without vehicles is basically like trying to hike through Camp Crystal Lake by yourself. It's kind of a horror game, kind of an adventure, kind of a bad idea. Since the beginning of time for Warzone, people have always used vehicles. Everybody has always used vehicles to the best of their abilities whenever it fit the meta. And at this point, there hasn't been a meta where there isn't any, you know, vehicle spam. Now, early into the game, everybody used to use vehicles to literally just run people over. Remember that? You guys all remember that, I'm sure. Their turning radiuses were great. The reversals were great. Just everything about them, they were incredibly maneuverable. And then eventually they ended up nerfing all the mobility on most of the vehicles. And then other people realized, hey, even if you did nerf them, the truck is still really good and you can't kill me. And everybody was running RPGs and stuff. Then you would see everybody only driving around with just the trucks. And then that whole thing got adjusted. And the rockets all got adjusted all at the same time because it got to the point to where people were so used to carrying RPGs to blow up vehicles that they were just blowing up players with. Oh man, we got a bunch of people dropping here. I guess I'll hop down and fly over onto the train, try to get this guy over here with my bounty. Hopefully I don't get shot out of the air. Woo! I feel like I hear someone sliding. Whatever, just shoot me. Man, had a shoddy. So there's no vehicles like anywhere on the map, as you can see, and well, what was that? Is that a recon? It's a little recon drone thing that somebody's flying out here. I don't know. It's about the only vehicle you're seeing out here, though. Maybe I'll finally be able to get my loadout. I spend so much time just running around trying to just outplay certain players because I hate trying to play into people's, you know, situation. Other games, it felt like maybe, hey, I was just good enough to be able to, you know, just outplay people and press people based on, like, other stupid shit, but I don't know, man. You also won't be able to do any of these supply runs either because you need a vehicle to be able to make it all the way to wherever they try to call you at, so there's also that. Not really sure where we want to go here, and I guess we just go back over to here. I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna take this up, but I'm pretty sure there's somebody at the top of this. Just kill me if you want to. It's a horror game. I'm turning my headset down. Kill me. Just snipe me out of this guy, dude. I was built for this. Why would somebody go inside of this building and then not take the golden chest right at them? I'm so confused. I got that guy. See, it's more difficult to figure out where a lot of different players are just because there's no vehicles to be able to just show up on the radar and let you know where somebody is, you know? It's kind of, more difficult to figure out where you're supposed to, all right. Got another loadout. Could have just been spamming UAVs and stuff, I get it, but I'm gonna go and get Ghost. Where are all the players at, man?
Enemy UAV overhead. Enemy UAV overhead.
Oh my god! Oh, I feel like I'm fucking hiking, man. I'm sitting here running around and shit with people spectating me like we're going on a fucking nature hike together. Look at that shit, man. Take a look here and see this high-level gameplay from Gospels. How do people play Warzone all day, man?
Contact.
He pings them and everything just to be able to keep a nice, close eye on him as he moves up for an easier shot. You could have just shot him right then and there, but no, he's gonna move up. He knows he's got time. Opens up on him. The Gospels breaks the armor there. He's got to go for a quick reload. He hides behind the green tent. He's trying to recover. He's not entirely sure where the enemy is. He's kind of in the same position as me. Stuck in an area with not a lot of cover. He calls in a cluster strike on top of it, but he already dips out. Decides to re-challenge real quick, but re-challenged way too late. He decides he wants to drop down and go somewhere where no one is expecting. Oh, he knew there was another cluster strike down there. Does he know where all of this extra little shit is? Are these all of his victims that he had sitting around that he just hasn't looted yet? That's disgusting. I could put some like ambience behind this thing and tell me that this shit isn't a goddamn horror game. Listen, actually cut out from being able to go up those stairs. He doesn't have a gas mask to be able to help him make it up to the top of this building next to him. So he knows he's gonna have to make a break forward across that little intersection over there to the other building. Yep, there it is. He's pinging it. He knows where he has to go, but I'm pretty sure there are actually enemies right here. There's a lot that goes through my head. It's just a lot of anxiousness, horror game filled ideology. If there's somebody going to be in an area where I fear that they're going to be, they probably are. And if they're not, I'll spend 5 minutes sitting there staring at it, even if I'm hundreds of meters away from it. I mean, everyone's gonna have to be in here. There's 6 total players left going on to these 3 buildings. Across the street isn't really safe because anyone that's on top of this building will be able to see. So everyone's gonna have to be in this building or hiding in those buildings out front of this one. Watch that window. Gonna move though. You gotta go. That's literally what happened to me. I was down there and I straight up got sandwiched by 2 different people. A horror game, by the way. 1v1 situation. Champion Stez has 9 total kills. Don't really know who his opponent is, though. He's sitting there scanning out there. He doesn't really know where the opponent is. He figured, hey, he's gonna have to be behind me. I'm pretty sure he is, yeah. There it is. It's gonna snipe him for the final pop. I'm gonna try the dankest setup, but honestly, yeah. I was trying to use the ride tech a little bit in multiplayer, man. I really don't like it. I know that it has like a very, very high ceiling to be able to show, you know, what it can do, but its inconsistency is just, it's far too much for me. I can't deal with it. Even at the end of it all, even if I manage to miss, for whatever reason, I'm getting hit markers, it's going through people that are anywhere near even kind of good that use any kind of movement. It's like they can actually dodge bullets. Whenever I see that gun, it just kind of leaves a sour taste in my mouth. I mean, I know that they fixed the headshot thing and it's not that terrible anymore, but as far as running around in multiplayer with these terrible bullet velocity things, and given its bullet velocity is still really bad in Warzone, but it's still better than, you know, multiplayer in comparison, really I should be using the suppressor. Doesn't the suppressor give you bullet velocity too? It doesn't say it does, but I think it does. Sometimes you don't have any time and you gotta take the shot with the sniper rifle like I was trying to do earlier, but it just wasn't enough. It's crazy how you could quickscope the shit out of somebody, upper chest, break their armor, and then immediately go to swap with amped on, and then just go to lose the fight just because because you just didn't get enough DPS out. But I mean, no, it's just brutal to sit there and go through all of that effort of clearly outplaying somebody in that sense, like actually doing something at least more considered skillful than what they did, just, you know, laying 20, 30 bullets into me. It was a regular old kill. Me, I'm fucking, you know, sniping them, swapping back over, trying to shoot them and shit like that. Like, come on, man. It feels so bad. Just reward me. Yeah, anyway, Warzone Solos, it's a horror game without vehicles and stuff. Vehicles kind of make the game more free. People don't really care. There's some comedy that kind of goes into it. The way that people drive and crash into things and, you know, just move around the map a bit differently. This, it's everybody sitting on rooftops, everybody looking around, nobody moving, because everyone knows that if they do start moving anywhere, they can't move very far, and if they do, they're going to get shot in the open somewhere. Or you would have to be forced to move from building to building to building. So every single area that you could possibly think of could be riddled with some kind of rat. I get it though, I understand. It's survival instinct. I understand that shit. It's just maybe I'll do like some solo duos or something like that. Maybe I could even try to do like random queues and stuff like that. I don't see a lot of people do a lot of random queues with like full squads and stuff like that. I guess because people don't really want to end up queuing into full teams. Squads is obviously just always filled with like, you know, the friend groups and stuff. It's real sweaty up there, so I don't know. I didn't have that bad of a time. I just really wish there were vehicles. Of course, the day that I decide to start playing some more Warzone, they remove vehicles.